brothers, sisters, mu'mineen, mu'minat. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ayyala salat. Ayyala salat. Ayyala falah. Ayyala falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
La ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. يا أيها الذين آمنوا واتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس واتقوا ربكم الذي خلق من نفس واحدة وخلق من زوجها وبثها منهم رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تصلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم وما يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. That is, all praises are due to Allah. We seek His help and His forgiveness. We seek refuge with Allah from the evil of our own souls and our own bad deeds. Whomsoever Allah Azza wa Jal guides will never be led astray, and whomsoever Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala leaves to go astray, no one can guide aright. I openly bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the seal of the Anbiya, he is the seal of the Rasuls. And we ask Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala to send His choicest blessings forever on our beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah goes on to say in His Quran, O you who believe, fear Allah as He should be feared, and die not except in the state of submission, or die not except in the state of being Muslim. Allah Azza wa Jal also says in His Quran, وَقَالْ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي هَادَنَا لِهَذَا وَمَا كُنَّا لِنَهْتَدِيَ لولا أن هادنا الله لقد جاءت رسوله ربنا بالحق وعنذو أن تقومه سبحان الله أن تقوموا الجنة أثرئتموه بما كنتم تعلمون. May Allah Ta'ala forgive me for my mistakes. But Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, all praises and thanks be to Allah who has guided us to this. وَقَالْ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ الَّذِي هَادَنَا لِهَذَا who has guided us to this. وَمَا كُنَّا لِنَهْتَدِيَ لولا أن هدنا الله. Never could we have been guided unless Allah Ta'ala, Tabarak wa Ta'ala, has guided us to this. Allah Ta'ala also says in His Quran, O mankind, reverence your guardian Lord who created you from a single person, and from him created his mate. And from them both He scattered many men and women. Fear Allah, whom you demand your mutual rights, and reverence the wombs that bore you. And remember that Allah Azza wa Jal is a watcher over you. Dear Ikhwan, again, my respected brothers, my elders, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We thank Allah Ta'ala for blessing us with another day of Yawm al-Jumu'ah. We thank Allah Ta'ala for giving us back our life after we was dead. We was close to death last night. We just don't know how close to death we were. We ask Allah Ta'ala for giving us another day to ask for forgiveness. We thank Allah Ta'ala for giving us another day to ask for His rahmah, for His mercy. And we are thankful to Allah Ta'ala for giving us another day to ask Him to keep us from the finnar. Dear beloved Muslims, with all of the things that's going on in the city and outside of the city, I have been blessed in the last couple of weeks to rejuvenate myself, not only socially but spiritually, in some conferences that I've been around. And I, as your brother, I tell you that it is important for us to visit Muslims outside your own comfort zone. Because when you visit Muslims outside your own comfort zone, or those places where you normally don't travel, you will hear things that will give you different perspectives and different insights into certain things. And whatever we come across or whatever we learn is truly from Allah Ta'ala's mercy. But I want to speak very briefly in this first part of the khutbah, because we are in the month of Rajab. And Allah Ta'ala has called the month of Rajab Allah's month. This is what the Prophet ﷺ has told us. This is Allah Ta'ala, Tabarak wa Ta'ala's month. So I want to preface something by asking you this, because all of us have wondered this, and if you say that you've never wondered this, then you got to check. Have you ever wondered why Allah Ta'ala has never destroyed Shaitan? Till now, he has not obeyed any of Allah Ta'ala, Tabarak wa Ta'ala's commandments. Why is Allah Ta'ala still allowing Shaitan to exist? Why will Allah Ta'ala punish the human being for committing sins while Shaitan still is allowed to run rampant, making his suggestions? Why don't we ask Allah? Shaitan asked him. You know, some of us have this problem where we don't want to ask Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala for anything. We like to think by osmosis that Allah Ta'ala is going to, because you know there's a fallback statement that Allah Ta'ala knows what's in my heart. For surely He does. And if you're not careful, as a reminder to myself and as a reminder to you, you better be careful about what you bear witness that Allah Ta'ala bear witnesses of that's in your heart. Now, Shaitan, before he was excommunicated out of Jannah, he made dua to Allah. What did he say? قال أنذرني إلا يوم يبعثون. He said, give me respite or give me time till the day they are raised up. This is something that Iblis, Shaitan, asked Allah Ta'ala. This is what he asked him. Allah Ta'ala answered, Qala innaka minal al-muzzarina. Be thou amongst those who have time or respite. Now, if you look at this from the surface, Shaitan asked Allah Ta'ala for something, and Allah Ta'ala granted Shaitan his request. So now, what I premise with the question is, why hasn't Allah Ta'ala destroyed Shaitan, since he is the avoid enemy? Because when Shaitan asked his question, or when Shaitan made his request of Allah Ta'ala, and Allah granted him his request, is because of the foolishness of man. Man asked for it, so man got it. He said, well, nah, Imam, it was Shaitan that asked for that. What did Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran? Allah Ta'ala says, Inna arna al-amanata al-asma'ati wal-ardi wa al-jibali fabayna an yawmil-naha wa an faskana mina wal-hammalaha al-insanu innahu kana dhaliman ja'ulan. We did indeed offer the trust to the heavens and the earth and the mountains. We offered the amana. Allah Ta'ala offered his amana to the heavens and the earth and the mountains. But they refused to take it on. They was afraid. But man, he took it. He said, I got this, and this is our language, right? I got this. Nobody can tell me what to do. I got this. But Allah Ta'ala says, Zaliman ja'ulan. He was indeed unjust, Zaliman, like Zalimin, Zalimun, unjust, and he was foolish. Now, follow. This brings upon a premise of Shaitan. This also brings upon a premise of what's in man. Because in order for man to defeat Shaitan and to realize that Shaitan has no power but the waswas, the ability to whisper or to suggest, that means that we, all of us, as a reminder to myself and as a reminder to you, that we have to protect our hearts. And the Prophet ﷺ gave us ruqya to protect our heart. He gave us a suggestion or protection or something to help us protect our hearts. Al-Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, Ikhlas, Falaq, and Nas. It protects us from the whispers of Shaitan, magic, the jinn, and the evil eye. He says, oh man, Imam went off and got, hey, you got spooky on us. I ain't got spooky. I just started realizing certain things that what troubles the heart because it troubles mine. I'm just sharing. You know one of the things when you read the story in the Quran that destroyed Iblis? You know, when you look at it on the surface, when Allah Ta'ala told him to submit to or make sajda to Adam, he said, nah, I can't do that. I'm better than him. But what was it that Allah Ta'ala gave Adam that Iblis didn't have? It was certain knowledge. Certain knowledge that Iblis did not have. when a person has a certain amount or a certain ability, or when a person has certain things, either that person becomes a person that likes to share, or that person becomes greedy. And if you have something that I don't have, and I want it, it's in my makeup to want what you have, it brings up envy. Iblis was not only jealous of Adam, he was envious of Adam, and he was greedy. Because up until that time, Iblis had the knowledge that Allah Ta'ala gave him. He was in charge of certain things. So when Allah Ta'ala brought another person about and said, hey, look, I'm going to give him something that you don't have. So the first we talked was, you're going to give Adam something that, look, we up here praising and glorifying your name. It's like, okay, so we making a stand. Look, this is who we are. Why you gonna bring in something new? He said, I know what you know not. And from that particular point, Iblis became envious of Adam. And when Allah Ta'ala gave him the knowledge and then told him to explain it to Iblis and the jinn and the malaika, Allah Ta'ala sent out a proclaimer or a disclaimer. He said, didn't I tell you I know what you know not? Iblis then turns around and said, okay, give me respite until you raise this creature up. Brothers, please move up. Please move up. Mischief sneaks into the people's heart. When mischief sneaks into the people's heart, it produces envy and greed. For whenever a man is greedy for anything, his greed renders him blind and deaf. The Prophet ﷺ said, your love for something blinds and deafens you. That's why Allah Ta'ala tells Bani Adam not to love this earth. Don't love so much in this earth. There's nothing in this earth that important. It is related also by Prophet Noah alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was building the ark, as Allah Ta'ala instructed him to do so. He turned his back, he came back, and he said he saw this old man standing on the ark. So he asked the old man, who are you? The old man said, I'm Shaitan. And I come to dominate the hearts of the believers, specifically your followers, so that their hearts will be with me and their bodies with you. Now check this out. There's an ayah in the Quran where the hypocrite says, when he's confronted by his friends, he said, nah, man, I'm not really with them, I'm really with you. When I was with them, I'm just jesting. A lot of us, we come into the masjid and our bodies are here, but our souls and our hearts are not here. Because you don't want to see spiritual awakening, and you don't want to see spiritual insight given to people or given to a person that you think you got it. So when other people come along and they trying to explain certain avenues or certain attributes of what Allah Ta'ala has said in the Quran, you be like, whoa! Imam, I got spooky again. Look, Shaitan said, this is what he told the Prophet Noah. I come to whisper or dominate the hearts of the believers. So their bodies will be with you, but their hearts will be with me. This is a protect. Look, when we speak about ruqya, we are speaking about using the mamulats and the ayats of Quran, or those things that Allah Ta'ala has given us and given to the Holy Last Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to protect us and better elevate ourselves so we can love Allah, and hopefully Allah Ta'ala will love us back. In conclusion, Shaitan answered, you know, Prophet Noah, I destroyed mankind by means of 5 things. And I should disclose to you, I'll give you 3 of those things of how I destroy mankind. So Allah Ta'ala told Noah at that particular time, tell him, look, I don't need to know the three things.